Do I need to memorize the card, and how can I learn the card are some of the top questions we get, and that's today's Daily Talk of the Tiles topic for July 19th, 2025. Thanks for joining us here. Do you need to memorize all the hands on the card? While we believe it's important to know the sections and be familiar with how to make each hand, we don't necessarily believe you need to memorize the entire card. When we're playing, we purposely check patterns before we make exposures. And once we expose, we make sure to double check before we discard or do a joker exchange, because then we'd be locked into that exposure. Often, players might have memory play tricks on them and they're thinking of other year's cards, so it's always good to double check. So, we mentioned patterns on the card. Why is that important to us? Knowing common patterns on the card is really helpful to know when you're collecting tiles during the Charleston. During the Charleston, we encourage you to go for a section and then narrow down to a hand. So, knowing patterns is really helpful to go towards those sections. This year, a common pattern is pung, kong, pung, kong, which is 3 identical tiles, pung, and 4 identical tiles, kong. Be careful though, because there are many hands that might trip you up with unique patterns that don't follow this or just a little bit off. Check before exposing and definitely before discarding. What are good ways to learn the hands? Well, first of all, practice. Practice with tiles. Take tiles and go through each section, maybe a half an hour a day, just hand by hand in the section. And note, don't just make the hands as written on the card. There are 71 hands on the card, but over 1,000 ways that those can be made. 1,000 ways to win in this game. 1,002, I think it is. So this is because many hands could be done with different suits. If it's one suit, then it could be in bam, crack, or dot. 2 suits, any of those 2. 3 suits, any 3, all 3. But it could be in different orders. So it could be 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 and 4 could be bam, 6 and 8 could be crack. Or 2 and 4 could be crack, 6 and 8 could be dot, and so on and so on. Another way is to write it out. Write out all the variations of the hands, and we know that's a lot of writing. So we created a PDF printable for you. You could print it out and then make as many sheets as you want to write every combination of tiles that you could think of for each hand on the card. We shared this previously during our annual card review with Barney. We're going to put a link in our link tree if you're watching this on Instagram, or if you're watching it or reading it on Facebook or YouTube. Check the comments, check the captions. We will put a link somewhere that you could find. You can use one of those fun middle school 4-color pens, or you could use markers. And this is a great exercise to learn the card and also to see hands that you might otherwise have skimmed over. There's a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 hand with flowers, a single 1, single 3, single 5, then a Kong of 7s, Kong of 9s. We call this like an overlooked hand in the daily talk, because if you're not looking through that whole card, you might not even know what someone's playing if you see a Kong of 7s and a Kong of 9s. Other ideas to learn the card? Just play. Play online, play in person. Can't find 4? Or even if you can, play Siamese. It's 2-player, 2-handed, and it is a great way to stretch your mind and look while you're playing 2 hands at a time to know the card. Keep your card with you at all times and look at it when you have free time. So why is it so important to know the hands? First of all, to improve your game. One skill that more experienced players have is the ability to pivot to a backup hand, and knowing the card helps you gain this skill. It also helps you play defensively, and defense is an important aspect of the game. You could recognize from both exposures and discards what other players are possibly aiming for, and know dangerous tiles because you'll figure out what tiles they need. When it's towards the end of the game and you know you can't win, you could break up your hand and discard safer discards. So, how do you learn to pivot to backup hands? First, know groupings. Know what hands have kongs of flowers, pungs of flowers, what hands have kongs of dragons, all of those. Recognize what hands have overlapping tiles. There are several hands on the card that have 12 of the same tiles, 12 out of 14, and 11 out of 14, same tiles. So you're playing one of those hands and the tiles aren't coming that you need, you could switch to another one. We've done the homework for you. You could check out our list of overlapping tiles and examples and strategies in our PDF that's available on modernmahjong.com to learn the 2025 NMJL card. It's a $10 download, and you could print the pages you want or just save it to your tablet or computer. Now let's move on to the hand of the day. We are moving on to the 369 section, second to last section. We've been through almost all the sections. This is what we call a fixed section. The first hand is a pung. Here's that pattern. Pung of threes, kong of sixes, pung of sixes, kong of nines. So it's in two colors or it's in three colors. So if somebody has threes, three threes, and four nines exposed, you're not sure which sixes they need. This hand has a common pung kong pattern. Two or three suits are very helpful if you're deciding to expose, because you might decide to expose knowing that you're not giving away exactly what hand you're doing. We also find that this is one of the universal backup hands that we feel the love for. These are the only hands on the card. Now, we love singles and pairs hands. We love hands that have singles and pairs in them, so the section as well as hands that have them. But we also love knowing that if the tiles we need aren't coming in, that if you pick in jokers or other tiles, you could just dump them into these hands. These hands don't have a single single, a single pair, or a single group of singles in them at all. They're just pungs, kongs, and quints. If you missed the first lesson, it's not too late to sign up for our series. We did one lesson already, and we're starting our next lesson next week. But if you register now through My Jewish Learning, which is Kfeller, you can get a link from them to watch the replay as well as all the PDFs and handouts. Don't even need a tile set. We send you everything you need other than a current card, but you don't need it right away. You could order it while you're taking the lesson. So you could visit modernmahjong.com and get the link there to register through My Jewish Learning. The email for the Zoom, the email for everything will come from Kveller, Kveller. So take a look out for that. You'll have a full month after the series ends to watch the replays. And if you play Canasta or want to find out more about it, Donna Miller Small and I are going to be playing live on Real Canasta, and we're also going to be interviewing Lainey Katz, the author of In a Family Way. It's a moving story connecting players over their weekly Canasta games. So you could register for this. It's July 28th, 7 p.m. Eastern. The link is bit.ly/Canasta author and game, and the C, A, and G are capital. If you can't find the link, just send us an email at modernamericancanasta@gmail.com. We have two Pinstripes events that are open for registration. September 10th is Orlando. September 17th is Aventura. We hope you'll come register, and we can't wait to see you. With that, we'd love to know what you want to hear in our next Daily Talk of the Tiles, or if you have suggestions for Zooms or other programs, let us know. If you aren't following us yet and this popped up in your feed, welcome. Tag your friends so they don't miss out, and we hope that you'll like, comment, save, and most importantly, share. We share all this information by official rules so you could play wherever you go and have confidence to play. We understand that there could be fun house rules, but we think it's important to learn to play by the rules so you could recognize these house rules and enjoy the game. With that, we hope you have a great day and, of course, a great game.